love it when I get so high and drop that thing so low. Make you sit right here. Now you can't go back home. You love it when I get so high and drop that thing so low. Make you sit right here. Now you can't go back home. You love it when I get so high and drop that thing so low. Make you sit right here. Now you can't go back home. You love it when I get so high and drop that thing so low. Make you sit right here. Now you can't go back home.
I'm drank up and I'm banked up and I'm faded. You bend it down and you poke it up and you elevate it. I'm drank up and I'm banked up and I'm faded. You bend it down and you poke it up and you elevate it, you elevate it.
I came over, I ain't sober, I'm still drunk, that's hangover. Might run it back when this page over. You the best thing, I done slaved over. Gon' arch you back and been way over. It's overdue for that understressing. Over him, now you underdressing. Call me up and I come finessing. Like, ooh, we shot it, what it do, what it don't. Baby, you a queen, you can move how you want. You was rocking with me when I couldn't stay afloat. They ain't never saying nothing wavy to a boat. Like, eyes up, look at me, now I'm the captain. Brought the camera, time for action. Split the legs just like a fraction. Tuck the napkin, time for snacking. You a mother meal. Tell me that it's mine, baby, tell me that it's real. Hit it to the max, well, tell me how it feel. It's gonna be a minute, cause I'm in it for the thrill. Make her feel like heaven, she gon' put me in the wheel. And willingly, I wanna do anything she wanna do. I ain't even wanna boo, but this is what the karma do. It's hard to be apart from you, cause ooh, I
love it when I get so high and drop that thing so low. Make you sit right here. Now you can't go back home. You love it when I get so high and drop that thing so low. Make you sit right here. Now you can't go back home.
I'm drank up and I'm banked up and I'm faded. You bend it down and you poke it up and you elevate it. I'm drank up and I'm banked up and I'm faded. You bend it down and you poke it up and you elevate it, you elevate it, you.
Yeah. I'm tongue-tied, twisted around your finger like a piece of string. I'm winded, chasing after your ghost is real exhausting. I'm in love, but I don't think it's what I thought it was supposed to be. Love story, no guts and no glory. How did I get so dizzy thinking of you? I don't usually get like this. It's something about you I miss. Could it be we never had that kiss? Well, I don't usually get like this. 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 Reminded of how I met you, tried to catch you falling. Instead I fell off myself and I just can't stop falling. These wings are gonna flap for me if I keep waiting. Keep waiting, keep waiting, keep waiting, keep waiting. How did I get so dizzy thinking of you? I don't usually get like this. I don't get like it's something about you I miss. Could it be we never had that kiss? I just wanna kiss you. Well, I don't usually get like this. Get like this. Get like this. No, get like this. Get like this. Get like this. She loves me not. This bouquet is all I got. I'm dreaming, or could it be a future for you and me? She loves me, I know it's true. Or maybe I'm the fool for you. I don't usually get like this. It's something about you I miss. Could it be we never had that kiss? Yeah, I don't usually get like this. Get like this. Oh, get like this. No, get like this. Yeah, get like this. Get like this.
Feel like falling deeper. Cold nights 난 너무 싫어. 기다리기에는 너무 길어. 줬던 내 사랑이 식어. 기대만 하는 것도 난 힘들어. No, I can't, just can't. 가져 내 맘을, 놔줘 내 가슴을 다 바쳐 사랑하기엔 내 자신이 너무 걱정돼. 바보 같은 생각이야. 알아 멍청해. 상상만으로도 좋은 상상만으로도 힘든 이중적인 면을 가지고 있어. 사랑이라는 거. Oh yeah. Baby, can't you come with me? Can't you hold my hand and 벌써 마음 졸여 하늘만 보면서 언제쯤 알게 될까 너도 나와 같은 생각을 하고 있을까 한참을 멍하니 보다 보니 살짝 어두워진 색깔 불그스름한 노을의 때깔 상상만으로도 좋은 상상만으로도 힘든 이중적인 면을 가지고 있어 사랑이라는 거 oh yeah. Baby can't you come with me Can't you hold my hand and lead I just wanna know what you're thinking wondering all day long not gonna do another pick and choosing you and me in this song 상상만으로도 좋은 상상만으로도 힘든 이중적인 면을 가지고 있어 사랑이라는 거 oh yeah. Baby can't you come with me Can't you hold my hand and lead
I've been working overtime like crazy just to show you how I really feel. Haven't had a single day off duty. Show you that my love is
1 2
real.
All right, there we go.
Do you even care?
There we go, y'all.
When I stay, oh baby, can you even tell I'm under your spell? Oh baby, I just wanna take another look at you so our eyes can finally meet. I just wanna take another look at you. Maybe that's
What up,
what
Steven?
I see.
Lakeisha. Wait a minute. Hold on, you guys. What's going on here? Hi, Kai. Hey, Erica. What's up, Drea? All right, let's see here.
Oh baby, can you even tell I'm under your spell? Oh baby, I just wanna take another look at you so our eyes can finally meet. I just wanna take another look at you. Maybe that's when you will see that I'm falling hopelessly in love with you. 'Cause you're making me complete. I just wanna take another look at you. Will you let me? I just wanna take another look at you so our eyes can finally meet. I just wanna take another
All right.
look at you. Maybe that's when you will see that I'm falling hopelessly in love with
I am
you.
so hungry,
'Cause
you
you're
guys.
making me complete. I just wanna take another look at you. Will you let
I am
me?
so hungry. Good evening. What's happening, everybody? Hopefully you can hear me loud and clear. Welcome to another episode of High Value Shan, where not only is Shan a high value man, so is the content. We have a conversation to have today, you guys. Watch OS. Oh, I gotta update my software, y'all. Gotta update my software. Install it now. Why not? Cool. How y'all doing today? I'm gonna be in the chat today. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be in the chat today because I need to hear some opinions on today's topics. The Pickmeishas, the thirsty chicks, as they call them, right? The thirsty women. What's happening, Black Pearl? Let me run down. Joel, the middle. Joel, how you been, bro? I hadn't talked to you in a while. It's been like at least 3 weeks. I haven't seen you or talked to you in a while, Joel. How you been, bro? It's good to have you here, man. Hey, Kimberly, how are you? How are you? Hey, Lakeisha, how you doing, cutie pie? I'm glad to have you here. Hey, M. Mills, how are you? M. Mills type salute. You know what I said? Because I don't have my show on subscriber only mode. I took off the subscriber only mode. I set the contest to only allow people who are subscribed to be able to participate. So let me see if it's working. So everybody, I want everybody to type salute in the chat, but it should only allow you to be a part of the contest if you're a subscriber. So right now I see Kai in there and I see Lakeisha in there. Not sure why I see just those two people. I'm sure more people are subscribed to me. So we're going to figure it out. So I want everybody to type salute in the chat. Hopefully my system picks up everybody that's subscribed. It asked me, it says subscribers or subscribers and moderators. I said just subscribers. So if you guys are subscribed to the channel, the system should pick you up for the contest that we're having today. All right. If it doesn't, I'll figure it out. And if worse comes to worse, I'll just turn it off and I'll just give it away to everybody. Right. Because I don't want to do the what do you call it? The subscriber only mode for the chat. I want to make the chat available for everybody. All right. So either way, it's good to have you here, M. Mills. You're such a loyal supporter. I appreciate you being here. What up, Steven? Salute to my man, Steven. I'm glad you're here, bro. LaRonda, how are you, love? Erica's Corner. Hi, Kai. And then I'm just scrolling down the chat, just giving, you know, I always do this when we first start, giving my what's ups. Kitenge, did I say that right? Kitenge, Kitenge. Kitenge? I think it's Kitenge. I'm gonna say Kitenge. Correct me in the chat, Kitenge, but I'm gonna say that it's supposed to be Kitenge. That's my vote. That's my vote. Let me get this microphone right. All right, but it's good to have you here, Kitenge. And then wash out now. What's happening? You type salute in the chat, and then everybody's typing salute. Kimberly. Okay, so let me go take a look and see. So I got Erica's Corner, Stephen Day, Miss Drea, Kimberly, and Kai and Lakeisha in the system. So those people are in the system for the contest today. You know what? I wonder if it's when it says subscribers, but the system is treating members. Because I know some of you guys are members. Everybody, like even my man, Wash Out Now, auto detailing, he typed salute. He should be part of the system. See how it replies to people, like it's saying, hey, Kimberly, we got you. You're present and accounted for. If it didn't do that for you, I want to make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. If it's not working, Big Bad Bull, see, oh, you know what? I think it's doing it only to the people that's members of the chat. I wonder if I could. Well, today, that's how we're going to run it. In the future, I'm going to find out if everybody that's in here is a member or just a subscriber. Because I think everybody here is a member. Lakeisha, Kai, Kimberly, Miss Drea, Steven, Erica, and Big Bad Bull. I think you guys are all full-fledged soldiers of the SR Army. And I think that's why it's only allowing you guys to be part of the contest. But either way, if that's the case, I'm going to fix that so it'll be available. Because I want it to be available. I want to give away free stuff to everybody that types the word salute in my chat when I do a live. For those that don't know, welcome. My name is Shannon. And what we do is every time I go live on YouTube, I have a fashion brand. I'm a fashion designer. I'm a fashion merchandiser, and I'm a creative director. And I have a full studio downtown. I run 7 fashion brands, 3 of which are wildly successful. So everything is doing really good there. And because I come to YouTube and I drop a little bit of knowledge and I have a channel, when you guys come and watch my show, you're supporting me. And so I figured that, well, hell, what can I do to the people that decide to come watch my show, especially the ones that watch it live? I want to be able to give you guys something. So I went and bought this little piece of software that's supposed to track everybody that types the word salute in the chat. And if you type the word salute in the chat, it logs your name. And then at the end, I hit the close entries and I hit the pick a winner button, and then it picks a winner. I do it every time. Right now, it's not loading everybody in. So today's kind of a test. If it doesn't work for you, I'm sorry, but don't worry about it. The future, it will. So that's what we're doing. But today we're getting ready to talk about Pickme's. The Pickme's. Hey, M. Gibbs. M. Gibbs is here. My man, Big Bad Bull, is here. Contend said almost. I almost got it right. Go, come on. It can't be anything other than Contend. It can't be Kite-tinge. It can't be Kite-tinge. I guess it could be. All right. Phonetically, write it out for me in the chat, man. I got to know how to pronounce your name. Phonetically write it out for me. Hey, security boss. It's good to have you here, love. It's good to have you here. I'm glad security boss is here. You know, security boss, you're part of the reason. You're part of my inspiration for tonight's show. Just want to give you that information. I'll explain it to you in a second. What's up, Eric Jones? And then I think we're all caught up. So yeah, tonight we are talking about the Pickme's, the Pickmeishas, and the thirsty women. The Pickme's, the Pickmeishas, and the thirsty women. Yesterday we did a show. We were talking about the different pills: the red pill, the black pill, the blue pill, the pink pill. And then we talked about other factions like IBMOR and incels. We discussed the SYSBM movement, the Save Yourself Black Men movement, and we discussed the manosphere. We talked about how the manosphere is an umbrella of a lot of different male-centric kind of cliques. I don't know if any of them have any official organization. I don't know if any of them have an official headquarters, but essentially the manosphere is the umbrella. And then we talked about all the pills, but I started running off on a tangent yesterday when we started talking about Pickme's, and it made me think about it because I remember somebody was asking me about the term pick me, and I had explained to her what it was, right? Because it's kind of a derogatory term. Like when somebody calls a woman a pick me, and I'm gonna be in the chat. I'm paying attention. I see you, security boss. And so I'm gonna be in the chat. I'm gonna ask you, ladies, and if you guys want to pull up, you can. You can always click the link if you want to call in and give me your opinion if you'd like to. Mr. Rucker says prenup first. So listen, I had started running off on a tangent yesterday, and we're not gonna talk long because I got my other show tonight at 7 p.m. Ask a Black Man Anything. Right, so I want to make sure you guys are subscribed. Can one of the moderators put in the chat the link to the Ask a Black Man Anything YouTube page? I want you guys to subscribe to that because I'm going to be live again for another 2 hours starting at 7 o'clock tonight. So we have to wrap up in the next hour and 40 minutes. So I can't be here long. All right. Nevertheless, I started running off on a tangent about Pickme's. And somebody asked me about a pick me, and she was like, is that, well, can you explain? And I explained what pick me's are. And of course, as we know, it's a derogatory term. It's a derogatory term. It's a term used to shame women who want or do whatever they need to do to get a man. And that's why I put in the description the pick me's, the Pickmeishas, and the thirsty women who want a man. And my question is, are you one of them? Ladies, are you a pick me or a Pickmeisha? It started off with just a pick me. Oh, you a pick me? You doing what you need? You pandering to men? Women, can you imagine women pandering to men to get picked? It's almost like the way they frame the term pick me is like like a woman begging to be selected by a man to be his lawfully wedded wife. Right. And the term pick me came from who Have you guys? Well, it's like an invisible organization we call the sisterhood. We call it the sisterhood. LaRonda says, yes, I am. I don't know if she's answering my question or if she's answering somebody else's question. But the term came from this imaginary organization that seems to have a lot of members called the sisterhood. And what it is essentially it's women, and I talk about it all the time. I like to call it the Golden Girls crew, right? The Golden Girls. And it's anyways, I don't want to get in because the point is the pick me term came there. It's like, oh, can you imagine this? A woman who's interested in a guy and she's doing what she wants to do. She's doing whatever she needs to do to get that guy's attention for him to select her, to start dating, mating, whatever she needs to do. You know, she calls him. She's hoping that he calls her, but maybe she puts herself in a position so he can contact her, whatever it is. And then another woman is watching this from a distance and says, damn, why is she doing all that to get that dude? Why is she going through all them changes you a pick me? You want him to pick you? Girl, don't be a pick me. It's a derogatory term used by the sisterhood to shame women who want a man, right? And so then the next iteration was the Pickmeishas. It's just really just a kind of twist on the words, the Pickmeisha. So they just gave it a name as if, like Sheila or Carla or, Tanya. Well, oh, you are Pickmeishas. Your name is Pickmeisha. So they turned it into that. But essentially, it's about a woman who's thirsty. Now we know the term when it comes to men. In fact, the term thirsty is really attributed to men who's doing pick me behavior. That's what we call the simps, right? We talked about the simps yesterday, especially when we were discussing the blue pill. And you got those guys who do whatever they need to do to get the attention of a woman who knows that she's really not interested in him, at least at that moment. And he's doing whatever he needs to do to get her attention to potentially be selected by that woman for the opportunity to maybe have sex, right? So he's a pick me. He's pandering. He's doing what he needs to do to get to that woman's attention. But can that same behavior be attributed to women? We all know who have access to what. We don't need to discuss that. That's been discussed in nauseam, right? Women give access to sex and birth. Women give access to men to sex and birth. Men give access to relationships and marriage, right? At least in our society in America. So it's a man that's going to ask a woman for her. He usually between a relationship of two people, nobody gets married until the man says, "I'm ready to get married," and then he proposes to that girl. Rarely it happens, but rarely do you see a woman proposing to a man and asking for his hand in marriage. That usually doesn't doesn't happen. And so the pick-me's, that certain faction of women that are using it on other women to say, what are you doing? And I think we were kind of discussing this based on something that my girl's security boss unsolicited said yesterday, and we were discussing the Nicki Minaj and the Lala Anthony conversation they had based on the Nicki Minaj and the Kevin Samuels conversation that happened 2 days ago. And I said I was going to go live about that. The whole show is all ready to set up and go. So I may do it tonight. Depends on what I'm doing tonight. I'm not sure. I'm really starving, you guys, and I want to go to dinner. So I don't know, but I won't be done with my other show until after 9 o'clock, but I'm fucking hungry. I got to go get me something to eat. So if I go get something to eat, I'm probably not going to be strong enough to do another show. I'm just going to probably get, what do you call it? The itis. You know, us black folk, we get the itis, and I'm probably going to fall out. Nevertheless, we were talking about the comments that Lala Anthony and Nicki Minaj had. And when they were discussing about what women need to do and then how women can go out and pick a man. If women get their shit together, they can go out and pick a man. Oh my God, I got a whole discussion that I'm gonna have about that one. But the point is, the sisterhood has come up with this term that they use on other women. Now, do you guys understand what sign language is? It's an acronym, SIGN. Sign language in the dating and mating streets stands for shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. Shame, insults, guilt, and the need to be right. And so oftentimes when anybody is shaming you, when you're having a conversation, maybe they're throwing ad hominems, when they're kind of dissing you because they don't have anything else to say that's conducive to the actual argument or to support their point. So they start talking and making personal attacks, or somebody is insulting you. Say, for instance, you get in an argument with somebody, right? Fellas, you get in an argument with your girl and then she starts insulting you, talking about, well, that's why maybe she's talking about your weight, or she's talking about how you dress, or your haircut, or how big your dick is, or how fast you come when you have sex. Right? It could be with a lot of different things. But oftentimes in the discussion, people, when they don't have anything else to say, they start insulting people. Right? And then there's guilt. Guilt is where they make you feel bad for something that you're doing. Oh, why are you doing that to me? How dare you allow me to, I don't know, stand in the rain, or make me wait an extra, guilt. When people are guilting you for something that you're doing, that's part of what we call sign language. And then, of course, the N, which is the worst of them all, by the way. Which is the worst of them all, by the way. Which is the worst of them all, by the way. That is the need to be right. I've run into, in fact, I'm a little bit of transparency. Most of my relationship problems in the past and recent is as a result of the woman that because I'm single now, but was trying to court or be my girl, or even somebody that I was in a relationship with. They just needed to be right. And with me, it's really tough to do that because I'm rarely ever wrong. I'm just gonna keep it 100. I don't normally open my mouth or discuss things that I don't know what I'm talking about. So usually when I'm arguing with somebody, they're going to learn within the next 48 hours that they were wrong. And I'm usually always getting an apology of some sort, whatever. But during the argument, a lot of people don't realize that. And they're just pushing their point. And they just have this need to be right. So that's sign language, right? Well, with the term pick me, we're talking about people who are shaming somebody. They're shaming them. They're using shaming language to say, how dare you want to be a woman who wants to be picked by a man? You don't have to do that. You don't need that these days. This is not what it is. I don't know why everybody always uses 1950. For whatever reason, people always jump straight to the year 1950. This ain't the 1950s. I wonder why they don't use the 40s or the 30s or the 60s or the 70s. They always jump straight to the 50s. But the point is, this is not the 1950s. You don't need to be picked, and that's what being a pick me is. You're getting shaming language. You're getting shamed as part of sign language for women that want to be in a relationship. Now, here's the thing. I'm curious if the ladies in the chat are pick me's. We know it's a derogatory term. At least initially it was created as such. We know to be a pick-me is to be a thirsty chick. You thirsty for a man? Stand on your own 2 feet. Shine, girl. Be a boss. Be a queen. You don't need no man, maybe. Or at least wait till the right one comes along. But in the meantime, it's, you're the prize. You're the prize. That's part of what Lala Anthony was saying 2 days ago when she had a conversation with Nicki Minaj. You're the prize. So don't you dare put yourself in a position to be a pick me. He should be so lucky to have you. Back in the 20s, have you guys ever heard of the term dropping a handkerchief? Have you ever heard of the term dropping a handkerchief? Because I'm going to be honest with you. My personal opinion, but before I even explain that to you, let me just go ahead and put it out here. I think the sisterhood got it wrong. I think the sisterhood created a term called Pick Me. And it's actually a fucking term of endearment. I think it's a badge of honor for a woman to have the foresight and the wherewithal to be a pick me, because that's exactly what the relationship, the natural relationship between men and women of all races are set up and designed to be. See, in the 20s, the roaring 20s, and maybe even before, but I know what happened in the 20s. There was a situation where a woman would walk down the street, right? Because remember, that's how people, first of all, people got dressed in the 20s. I'm wearing a t-shirt, I'm wearing some joggers and some sneakers, and that's pretty much my uniform most of the time and shit, unless I got an event or I'm going out or something. But there was a time where everybody got dressed just to go to the store, right? I mean, men had a top hat, right? And wore 3-piece suits and had pocket watches and shine. They got their shoes shined to, shoe shiners on the block made a ton of money. They didn't look like they did, but they made a ton of money. And you had to make sure your shoes were shine. I mean, men dress sharp, and women, they got dressed. They wore that, they tightened up that corset. They wore those dresses with the big hoops, right? She had her umbrella. Women were dressed to the nines, as we say, as that term came out of Chicago. But there was a time when women would carry a handkerchief. And if a woman saw a man in the neighborhood, at an event, at the farmer's market, on the street, that she felt would be a potential good suitor for her, what did she do? The proverbial term. She dropped her handkerchief. She would be walking down the sidewalk, you guys. Let's take it to the roaring 20s in New York City. And a woman would just be walking down, and she'd have her umbrella, and she'd be dressed up, and she'd be standing there. But she saw that guy coming, and she probably did a little bit of homework on him. She checked to see what he was doing for a living, what borough did he live in, where did he live. And then when she got the opportunity to see him again, and he was walking, she would drop her handkerchief, and men knew what that meant. Men knew what that meant. Do you realize what kind of selection that? I mean, it ain't no. I guess that's equivalent to having your girl go tell you, this guy, my homegirl, want to talk to you, right? But what do you do today if you're all alone? You don't have a homegirl to back you up. See, back then, the women would pull out her handkerchief, usually silk, and drop it right in front of the path of the man that she was interested in. And when that man was walking and he stopped and he saw that handkerchief, he said, oh, me lady, I'm sorry, you dropped this. She said, oh, yes, sir. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And then right there, the conversation started. If he liked what he saw, because I don't care what era you in, men have been visual since the beginning of man. If he liked what he saw in that woman that dropped that handkerchief in front of him, he would continue the conversation. If he wasn't interested, or he was married, he would pick it up anyways, because gentlemen were gentlemen. He'd give it to her, and then he'd say, have a nice day, and he'd continue to walk. And then that would let her know, damn, he's not even interested in me, right? They didn't really wear wedding rings then, so he just keep on walking. She wouldn't know why he didn't want her, right? Remember, wedding rings is new. Wedding rings was not something that came as a result of De Beers doing a Diamond is Forever campaign, and they started selling wedding rings and wedding bands. But that wasn't really something that people wore a lot over 100 years ago. And so women, when a guy would just walk past her, she'd be like, fuck, I guess so. And she'd move on to the next. But what she did was she positioned herself to be picked. She positioned, and there was no problem with that. There was no problem with that. It's only today, in the wake of the I don't need a man movement, in the wake of feminism 4.0, that suddenly for a woman to want a man to love her, for a woman to want a man to cover her, to provide for her, protect her, to problem solve, to have children with her? Or is it embarrassing, or do women try to shame other women for wanting that in their life? That's what happened. But you got to think about it. What do people go to the clubs for? And I told you I was gonna be looking at the chat, and I don't pay it. My man E Black is in the house. What up, E Black? It's good to see you, bro. Hey, Ro, how are you? Ro says, I love being a lady. Sexy. Ro, are you a SG Ro? I mean, I see the blue and gold. I'm just asking. Your name is Ro. You got a blue and gold avatar. I'm just curious. I'm a Nupe, so I'm just asking. Are you a SG Ro? If you are, yo. And I know I'm missing some of the conversation. I need to really figure out how to pay attention to the chat and be talking, because I like looking in the camera talking to you guys. Security Boss says #1 pick me. I heard that, but Security Boss is married. I believe most married women, if not all married women, have no problem with the term pick me. The pick me term has been something that has been weaponized against single women. It's been something that's been weaponized against single women because, misery loves company, right? Misery loves company. And so let me scroll back down. I see you guys talking. What does ML says? She says that's the biblical order. Thank you. She says that's the biblical order, a man covering his women. So here's the thing. Why do we go to clubs? Why do we, for those that still club, because I don't really club, I'm more of a lounge guy now. At 49, going to the club and popping bottles and getting the VIP section, that's not my thing. It doesn't even remotely interest me. That's something that I did in my 20s. And I found out that I really wasted a whole lot of time doing it then. I wish I didn't do it as much as I did, and I would have been doing other shit, and I would have been a different guy today. But today, I'm more of a lounge guy. I just want to chill. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to have a conversation and speak at this voice level, and somebody be able to hear me, but still have music playing in the background. You know what I'm saying? So I'm a lounge guy. I'm a happy hour type dude, right? But what's the point? What's the point? Hey, Miss Mary. Good to have you here. What's the point of going to a club? What's the point of going to a day party? What's the point of going to an event? It is to meet people. It ain't to dance. I hope you ain't going to nightclubs to go get your groove on. And that's the real reason you're going to get your groove on. Because if that's the case, shit, you can go to a salsa bar or a restaurant. There's a ton of restaurants that turn into dance clubs afterwards. The purpose that you go into an event where there's going to be men and women is for men and women to mix and mingle, right? And if you're going there, women, how do you make yourself available to be selected by somebody who could potentially be a suitable guy? You'd have to be a pick me. Now, before, when I went to the clubs years and years ago, it was about men asking women to dance. When I understand that people don't even dance in a club these days. It'd just be a bunch of people standing around in a circle dancing with their friends that they came with, which is fucking crazy to me, right? It'd be a bunch of girls that get into the party and then they go out to the dance. They carve out a small section of the dance floor and they stand in a circle and then dance with each other and they sip on a drink for 3 hours so they don't have to buy another one, right? And then guys is with their friends and they're all about the VIP. But back when I was clubbing, women was against the wall or sat down, and men would, every 5 to 10 minutes, a woman would be asked to dance. And if she saw somebody she liked, she danced with them. No problem. And if she saw somebody she liked that didn't ask her, instead of like they did in the Roaring 20s where they dropped a handkerchief, what did that woman do? She'd make sure that she got eye contact. See, today it's about eye contact. When a woman sees a man that she's interested in, all you got to do is hold that eye contact for more than 5 seconds. That's really all it takes. If you're not interested in what he looks like, I know you ladies will be walking by and you'll see him and then you'll look away. That'll let a smart guy know, okay, she ain't with this. But if a woman is walking by and she catches the eye of somebody she wants, hold And then if you smirk, ladies, if you throw a little smile and you hold eye contact with him for more than 5 seconds, you just dropped your handkerchief, proverbially. You just proverbially dropped your handkerchief, and it is incumbent upon him to make the move to see what's next. Usually it's, what are you drinking? In my circles, it's, hey, what are you drinking? Right? The younger you go, it's, hey, do you want to dance? Or I guess they probably now are saying just fucking straight up, what's your Instagram? Right? They going straight to what's your Instagram. But the point of clubs is to meet somebody. And women are usually standing around to be selected or picked by the guy. Even when you with your circle of friends, you know, you got to make yourself available. And so I think I used last night the example of going to a brunch. Like how many, you know, and that's another question for you ladies. How many times are you going to go to brunch with your girls? Like how many times are you guys going to have girls fucking Sunday night out? I mean, Sunday brunch where you guys go around and you sit around and you probably are talking about men, right? And then throughout the entire week, you're not with anybody, but you're with your girls and you're having Sunday brunch. But the example I used yesterday is, what if you are having brunch and a guy saw a girl in that crew, in that small group that he was interested in? That he was interested in. A guy saw from a distance the girl that he was interested in, and he made his way and carved through the women to go see that one particular woman and ask her, what is she having to drink? Or could they have a conversation off to the side? If the woman likes what she sees, and we talked about that, right? Because we said, what did I say? I said black women are more interested in how a man looks than what a man can provide and how he can protect his shit. He got to be tall. But let's say he's the perfect guy. He's the right height. Wait, what does Don say? These women then went brunch crazy. You let me put that on the screen. Brunch crazy. Because women got money today, Don. Let's keep it 100. Women got bread today. And that's another thing. You know, we talk about women that's making more money, but you know, when women are spending more money now, it's like they're not retaining their money. They're making money and they're getting the paychecks and they're getting the jobs and they're turning to become executive vice president of such and such. But you know what they're also doing? They're shopping their ass off. They're buying unnecessary shit. They're not really investing, and they're spending money on the most expensive, unnecessary shit. One of them being brunches all the time with their friends. Right. So yeah, shout out to Don. Oh, Tia says she's the Lieutenant Pickmeisha. So listen, you're at a brunch, and this is the example I used yesterday. You're at a brunch and you're with your girls, ladies. It's 4 of you guys, and a guy that's handsome. He's tall. He has all the looks. He has everything visually that you like, and he comes over and he skips past your girls and comes straight for you, and he wants to talk to you, right? Depending on who you're with, some women will shame you for talking to him because how dare you talk to that man when you're with us? Why are you letting that guy interrupt our conversation? That is the sisterhood. That is the Golden Girls Club that wants you to be miserable with them because they don't generally or normally get anybody that comes talks to them. You know what I'm talking about, ladies. But say, for instance, you're not with that kind of crew. You're with the crew that's happy that you go off and talk, and he looks like everything you like, and he sounds like what you like. He's speaking the right language. He's giving you all the right cues. You're happy. You are a Pickmeisha. You are thirsty. Is it okay for women to be thirsty for the outcomes that they want? If family and being married and having children or no children or just having a man and living a happy life, whether you guys are married or life partners or whatever the fuck you want to define your relationship as, it's okay to be a Pickmeisha. It's okay. What does Lakeisha say? Oh yeah, Lakeisha's like, yes, that's right. So It looks like everybody is here has no problem with being a Pickmeisha. I just wanted to make this video. Because I want to explain that when people search for it, they're going to either search for it in Google or it's going to pop up in the algorithm and people are going to watch it. Ladies, be a proud pick me. Be a proud Pickmeisha. Be thirsty for the outcomes that you want. It is not the same as men. There is no simping women. Not in my world. There is no such thing as a woman who simps for her man. Do what you need to do to get that man. Do what you need to do to keep that man. The process is twofold, right? Well, I know that a lot of women can get a man, but can you keep one? Are you doing what's necessary in your relationship with him to keep a man? I made a post this morning from a sister that I forget her name, but it's on my Instagram. You guys run over to my Instagram and go look at the video that I posted. It's a 1-minute reel. And she's talking about what you need to do for your man every morning. Can you imagine? I've made a post about that. Do what you need to do to keep your man. You don't want to be out here uncovered. You don't want to be out here in a situation where you struggling and fighting through the world all by yourselves. You know what's valuable about a man. In fact, I have a good friend here in YouTube. We had a conversation. We did a workout because we work out every morning, and I heard her. There's a single woman alert. There's a single woman sign. That motherfucking smoke detector. We all was talking about something. Maybe we was talking about fitness. I forget the discussion, and all we heard was beep, beep. Beep. You single women, do not change your smoke detector. First of all, most of you guys can't reach the ceiling. Like me, I could just stand up. I'm 6'2" with long arms. So I could just reach up and grab this smoke detector, no problem. But most of you women don't know. Well, you know how, but you just don't. For whatever reason, that damn smoke detector sound becomes silent to you. And it just beeps. But to us men, when we hear that, we know that there ain't no man around. That is letting me know, guaranteed, that your ass is single. Because ain't no man gonna allow a damn beep to beep every damn 10 seconds because you need a 9-volt battery for your smoke detector. And so when I heard that, I was like, uh-oh, that's guaranteeing that she's single. I ain't gonna put her on blast. She's in the chat. I ain't gonna put her on blast though. I ain't gonna talk about it. What up, Bolo? Bolo, I'm talking about the pick-me's. Bolo, I'm talking about the women who are pick-me's and pick-meishas. And I'm talking about the women who are thirsty for the outcomes that they want. And I want to let women know, Bolo, that it's okay to be a pick-me. There's too many women out there using sign language, the shame part specifically, that's telling women, girl, you don't need don't be chasing after don't be asking. No. Ignore those women, ladies. Ignore those women, ladies. Me and Bolo had a conversation about a month ago on another show. We were talking about this. We were discussing this. See, me and Bolo, we were about the same age, and we were letting women know, listen, ladies, it is okay. It is absolutely okay to be a pick-me. Because if you want a family, and you know you do, you wanted one ever since you was a little girl. Before you even knew what it takes to have a family, you wanted one. You didn't know why you wanted one. You probably didn't even see a functional one or a healthy one as a child, but somehow something innately in you, it was like I tell people, it's baked in the cake. You wanted a family as a little girl. If you want that husband that's going to be able to provide and protect for you. A lot of times when I ask women, what are you looking for in a man? One of the most popular answers is, I want somebody that can show me things and teach me something. I hear that and I hear it from all ages, by the way. I hear that from women in their mid 40s. I want somebody who can show me things and teach me something. Now, of course, ladies, you guys have the most freedom that you've ever had. You're more educated than ever. You can go out and learn whatever you want to learn, figure out whatever you need to figure out. But the reality is a lot of women just aren't interested in doing that. I was dating somebody who had Netflix, and didn't have it on her phone. And when I installed the Netflix app on her phone and logged in, she was blown away. She was like, oh shit. Because she's an extremely beautiful woman, and she's a model and she does things. And she went out and she was like, I'm on set all the time. I could have been watching my shows on my iPhone, and I never thought to even install Netflix on my phone. Now that's the problem solving part. And I know that's a simple one. I'm using a really simple. She's an extremely smart woman. Don't get me wrong. It's just that she has so much going on in life that she didn't even consider installing Netflix app on her iPhone, even though she had Netflix at home. She's really just too busy. She was always booked, always doing work and shit like that. And so when I did that for her, she was extremely happy. She was but to me, it was just another problem. So it's like, no, don't worry about that. When you're down or when you're in the makeup chair at work or whatever you're doing, continue to watch the shows that interest you. You got Netflix right there. You can watch it in high definition. And I made her life easier, right? Ladies, men are here to serve a function. And if you want that ease in your life, then you have to be a pick-me, because that's what we got to do. It is totally okay. It is totally okay. And so I just wanted to show you guys, do not allow the women in the Golden Girls Club who were maybe overly masculine, maybe difficult to deal with. Maybe the men in their lives didn't want to hear them much longer and they ended up leaving them. The women who essentially had no problem getting a man, but could not, for whatever reason, keep and retain a man. You can get a man, but can you keep one? Can you get a guy that says, damn, I need to take her ass off of the dating marketplace. I need to, this one is sold. This one is sold. I'm buying this one, you guys. I don't want nobody with her. I need to take her off the marketplace. Or did you got some guys that just drive and like a rental car? Are you just a rental car? And then, it's like, I don't want to buy that motherfucker because it got problems. I want to just be able to drive it when I need it. But then, I don't want to invest into that car. I don't want to buy it. Because I do know that, damn, the brakes is kind of soft and the AC don't work and the tires is bald. I ain't trying to fuck with that one to the point where I got to buy that car. I don't want to buy her. I just want to rent her. I just want to use her when I need her. And so those women tend to get older, and then they tend to clump up and find other women like them. And what they do, and like I said earlier, misery loves company. What they want to do is they want to show other women, generally younger women, girl, come on, we got you. Come on over here. Wait, we can't wait for you to join our club. We got your jacket made. We got your name embroidered on it. You are good to go. Come on, join the club. We call ourselves the Golden Girls. There's no men around. We don't need men. We got it all with ourselves. And women, even if you look at it today, a lot of women are starting to cohabitate with each other. They're starting to move in with each other. So they're going to tell you, oh, you want a man? You want to be married for what? No, you need to work on yourself. Work on your. See, y'all gonna have me talking about Lala and Nicki Minaj tonight. You want a man? No, work on yourself, and you can go. And if you want a man, when you want girl, because we got plenty of men. We got plenty. There's a man tree on every corner. You could just go pick. You can go pluck the ripest one you want. There's so many girls. We got so many men up here that want us that we can't even. We got men just too many to shake a stick at. That's what they'll tell you. But we know the truth, right? We know the truth. But what they'll do is they'll shame those young women or they'll shame those women out of wanting to be picked by a man who has fallen in love with her, who wants to live his life with her, who wants to do everything he needs to do to have a family with her. Those women will shame her to not be a pick-me and position herself to proverbially drop her handkerchief for that guy. Ladies, don't fall for that shit. Be a proud pick-me. In fact, I should make a t-shirt. I should add that Marvy, if you're here, add that to the production list. We're gonna make a t-shirt called Pick Me, or maybe Proud Pick Me, or Pickmeisha. I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll design it at the shop. All right. I want you guys to be proud pick me's. Be thirsty. It's not the same for women and men. Ladies, it's okay to be thirsty for the outcomes that you want. Ladies, it's okay to be a Pickmeisha. Yes, it is absolutely okay to be a pick me. I just wanted to come in and drop that knowledge for you guys. What up, RCC? How you doing, man? Atisha, she says, I know a few ladies from my church who are cohabitate. Exactly. That is that's a trend that's happening. That's a trend that's happening. And of course they're from the church, of course they're from the church. But Atisha knows a few women in her church who are cohabitating, and that's starting to become a trend nationwide. It's here in Los Angeles, especially because it's expensive to live here. And when you don't got no man to bring in the income you need to be able to afford the housing in Los Angeles, what do? You go to your homegirl. You go to your soror. You go to your cousin. Next thing you know, you have this group of women who are renting out a house, 4-bedroom, 2-bath, all sharing the bills because they don't have no man. And let me tell you something. In those situations, Atisha, shame is really used because they go to they cook, they sit down and they eat, and they probably bash men, and there's probably one that really, really, really can't get no man. She don't want any of them to have no man. She don't want any of them to have no man. I dated somebody who lived in a house over in Ladera. It was all women, and the older woman in the house had it was an older black woman and 3 young black girls. And the older woman didn't want the 3. She wanted, because she was already, she already hit the wall, and there was no, she was already rock solid in no man's land, right? She didn't want the young girls. These girls are in their 20s. She was renting the rooms out to each one of them, like $1,000 for the rooms or some shit like that. And she did not want them to date, to go out. She wanted them to vacate, and she would do things to try to avert them from meeting guys. She had a problem with that. That whole thing fell apart eventually, but that was the case. And so you'll usually, when you get the women that cohabitate, you're going to always find one, at least, that's going to be like, girl, fuck these niggas. Don't be out here. Don't be a pick me. Don't worry about men. Let me tell you. And then oftentimes, and which is what upsets me the most, is that the young girls don't even realize that you're being recruited to be just like her. So ladies, I want you to be smart. I want you to be smart. Remember, most of my information that I've given out over the years have always been to men, but I got a little bit of game I want to go ahead and start talking to women about over on my channel, especially since I'm at YouTube now. And so shows like this is to the women to say, be a proud pick me. Be a proud Pickmeisha. Be a proud Pickmeisha. Be a woman that, look at my man, Uncut with Daryl Long is in the house. That's a good brother. You want him to pick you. You want, where's my guy at? Is he here? Are you RCC? You want RCC 72 Detroit to pick you. And I need you to do what you need to do to be kept by these brothers. All right. I appreciate you guys for tapping in. I got to get ready for my other show. I got my other show. What's up, Miss Carrington? Yes, Miss Carrington, I need you to be a proud Pickmeisha. Lakeisha, I want you to be a proud Pickmeisha. All right. I need you guys to be proud Pickmeishas. Proud Atisha, I need you to be a proud pick me. All right. I got to go, you guys. I got to get ready. What up, Joel? What's happening, Joel? It's good to see you, bro. I got to get ready for my other show, Ask a Black Man Anything. I want you guys to please, can a moderator drop in the chat the link to Ask a Black Man Anything channel again to let people know. I'll be over there in 1 hour, but I got to prep for the show because I'm the producer of the show. So I got to prep for the show. And then we'll be live over there and we're talking, you'll see. Anyways, go to the channel and and then get notified. Make sure you subscribe to that channel. We're gonna have a conversation over there tonight. It's gonna go for 2 hours, so I hope you guys pull up. All right, thank you so much. I appreciate you, and a shout out to all the Pickmeishas in the house. Shout out to all the Pickmeishas in the house. I'm Mr. Shan. I'm the man with the plan. I've been there, done that. Not much surprises me anymore. And you, my friends, are dismissed.
Yeah. Escucha. Mío en tu habitación, solo los 2 segundos que hay que detener. Porque si no siento tu voz o tu olor, te extraño y te quiero ver. Tanto me falta todas esas noches tan soñadas. Que me levantes a mirada. Tú tienes pinta de indicada. Me haces falta, bebé. Dime qué tengo que hacer pa' tenerte de una vez, pa' no poderte perder. Dulce, eres mi bombón. Te quiero melocotón. Por ti corro un maratón. Solo de la dirección. Tú y yo, queriendo más amor. Pa' mí no es suficiente. Yo quiero tu calor. Tú y yo, con esa conexión. Somos lo que la gente no ha visto de los dos. Tanto me falta todas esas noches tan soñadas. Que me levantes a mirada. Tú tienes pinta de indicada. Mira, somos perfectos, es algo indiscutible. Mi estilo y tu estilo no están disponibles. Solo soy sensible cuando te tengo porque eres irresistible. Tus labios combinan con tus ojos, porque eres tan pretty que hasta yo de eso me antojo. Chica, necesito mis anteojos. Quiero verte en noche hermosa de todos modos. Tú y yo, queriendo más amor. A mí no es suficiente. Yo quiero tu calor. Tú y yo, con esa conexión. Somos lo que la gente no ha visto de los dos. Tanto me falta todas esas noches tan soñadas. Que me levantes a mirada. Tú tienes pinta de indicada. Tanto me falta todas esas noches tan soñadas. Que me levantes a mirada. Tú tienes pinta de indicar.